Armed and dangerous.
Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride.
Armed and dangerous. Armed and dangerous.
Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride.
Armed and dangerous.
Shalom. First thing first, I want to give all praises, glory, honor, and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Those who rule well and I learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth, and all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect, as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shai. It's your brother Kakabar. All right, and that's a spirit. This video popped up on my feed, because we was speaking at camp the other day, and the elder, and brothers mentioned, hey, for Esau to draft these YNs up. You know what I'm saying? That these poo shiesty wearing dreadhead niggas that ain't got shit going, that just ultimately be terrorizing. Hey, the elder made a point. He's like, hey, man, draft these YNs up, man. Esau need to go through the hoods, and clean sweep, these YNs, just grab them up and draft their ass, man. And it's funny because, this video, I stumbled across this video after camp, and it says, Iran, we on the way. You better say sorry now before we get there. And what's funny is that you got people in the comments pretty much talking about, let's see. I'll just read a couple of these. It says the hood boys and wood boys unite, right? Y'all on the wrong side of this one, which, Shorty put that comment is correct, man. But you can't tell Jake shit, man. They really willing to die for this country, man. That's done nothing for them. But it's just spiritual because, it was mentioned at camp, man, to draft these YNs up because, honestly, man, a lot of you people about to get drafted. And it'd be a beautiful thing, get these niggas off the streets, that ain't got shit going for our nation and send their ass over there to fight. And clearly, hey, they ready for it. Dying for Israel is crazy. Yeah, man. All right. But it was some other comments. Let me see. Yeah, it says the YNs ready to fight for America. Hell yeah. You see, these YNs ready to die for this country, man. And hey, that's exactly what you're going to do. OK, because looking aside with ultimately, man, everybody hates America right now, man. They call America Big Satan and they call Israel Little Satan because the world. All right. Everybody's condemning Israel and all those attacks, man. See, nobody is siding with this place, but yeah, this just shows you how foolish, all right, and how simple Jake is because whole time, you willing to go die and risk your life for the very same people, those small hats, that got you in the condition that you in, man. And they're the same ones that stolen your identity. But this type of stuff goes way over Jake's head, man, because hey, they've been reduced to black culture and YNs. So they really ain't got shit going for themselves, man. That's why we pray the Lord, draft these niggas, man. Just get them up, get them off the streets. They like shooting niggas anyways, man. Give them something to do. All right, but this is Proverbs 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Because that's what it's going to boil down to, man. We know scripture speak of wars, race wars, civil wars, all right, and to where ultimately a lot of you men are gonna die in these wars, man. Whether or not niggas is serious about this shit, which they very well could be, ready to die for this country, but that's exactly what's gonna happen, and that's not an honorable thing to die for a country that's known for killing, stealing, robbing, raping. And ultimately the enslavement of your very own people, man. You're standing on hundreds of millions of dead Israelite souls, man. But yet Jake is ready to die for this country. The hood boys and wood boys unite. See, and that's Esau, man. He, the only time they want to jeff around with Jake is when it comes time to fighting out against a foreign threat, man. All right, and then even then. You go fight for them and then, you don't even get the acknowledgement, all right, of, what you did, man. All right. This shit is just folly, man. As much as we fight internally, when someone tries us from the outside, we come together real quick. We all just like siblings. Man, shut up with that shit, man. Because these are the very same Edomites and these same heathen that hate you niggas guts. But of course, if you want to defend their homeland, which we know this land was stolen from the northern kingdom, but of course, if you want to defend it from outside threats so that they can continue to have a foot on your neck, they're gonna allow that, man. They're gonna jeff with you on that, man. You know, I bet you niggas go die for this country. I bet you ain't gonna get no fucking Medal of Honor. You know, your ass ain't gonna come back and get your 40 acres and a mule, yet alone be on the same level as these devils, man. You know, but that's why I said, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. Because, you know, you want to fight for this man's society. You know, you want to fight for this felon, you know, country. Do that. But guess what? You're gonna die here, man, because hey, all of these nations are gathered to destroy this place, man. And America ain't gonna be able to fight on all these fronts, man. You know, this is Habakkuk 2, and we'll start at verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And this is going into the devil, Esau, Edom, man. You know, and they used their military might with America, Babylon the Great, they 3-letter organizations to go and infiltrate and fuck up all of these other countries and steal their resources and, you know, set up puppet governments, yada, 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 man. But now the world, like I said, is pretty much exposing them, man. You know, like Esau's being made bare, you know, and that's why everybody's turning on these devils, man, and moving away from the dollar. And you got bricks set up, you know. It says, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's why America's known as what? The melting pot, man. You know, just like ancient, you know, Babylon, man. It says, verse 6, because here's the point. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All right. America got the most military bases everywhere, man. All right. I forget, you know, it was just mentioned the other day as well. You know, for all of America's 249 some odd years of being a country, if you will, they've only been they've been at war, you know, majority of those years. I forget the exact number, you know, but this place is always at war, man. Constantly in somebody else's land, you know, taking other people's shit, you know, oppressing people. But guess what? Now we're in the times of the third war, man. So you niggas out here shiestied up. You about to put them shits to use, man. You know what I'm saying? Take your ass over there in the Middle East and actually do something instead of killing your own fucking people. All right. But it says, 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which thick clay is heavy debts, because America's in heavy debts right now, man. You know, trillions of dollars worth. Okay, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. Meaning this place is going to get spoiled. So you niggas is on the wrong side of this shit, man. I'm going to just put it like that. You know, instead of coming back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to hopefully escape this shit, man, you niggas want to side with a burning Rome, you know, because ancient Rome, you know, that's pretty much how, you know, it fell. You know, it was sacked by barbaric tribes, you know. All right, and you niggas want to side with a felon system instead of trusting in the Lord. But this is all by design, man. You know, verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And look what's happening over there in the so-called Middle East, man. And now that those tensions with Iran and Israel is at an all-time high, matter of fact, you know, Iran just struck some U.S. bases, so we know shit's popping off, man. Major shit's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's really about to go down. And at the same time, all of these other nations are condemning Israel. Okay? Because Israel and America, man, they, like they said, little Satan, big Satan, fucking everything up. And, hey, we're in them times where, hey, this place about to get judged, man. Because thou hast spoiled many people, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. See? Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein, man. Yeah. Because of all the blood you shed of the Israelites, man, the Lord's chosen people. Okay, scriptures say in Numbers 35 and 33, all right, for blood defiled the land can't be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it. You know, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are. For blood defiled the land can't be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it. So it's the Lord's will to have these Edomites face this judgment, man. You know, that for America to face this judgment, to be a sacrifice. And if you wanna align yourself with the enemy and fight, alongside a losing regime, then hey, that's just what it is, man. You know. But like I said, I found it spiritual because we was just mentioning this at camp, and the Lord is gonna get you niggas up. He's gonna get you niggas. He's gonna gather you women up. Gonna gather you soy boys. See, because that's the times we're in, man. We're in a time of war. All right, ain't gonna be no ducking and dodging and hiding and faking it, man. These niggas just gonna get grabbed up. But that's pretty much it on that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat Shem Kakadash, DTLY Baba Ball, Shalom.